Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. Welcome back to another episode of Bad Video Games. And in this episode, I'm going to be playing Bubsy 3D on the PS1, which is a platform video game developed by IDTech and published by Accolade. A Sega Saturn version was developed, but never released. It's the fourth game in the Bubsy series, as well as the first Bubsy game in 3D. The game was released on November the 25th, 1996 in the US, and in August 1997 in Europe. So, Bubsy 3D, I've heard a lot about it, guys. Supposed to be an awful game. I never played this. I'm very interested in seeing how this plays because I remember the reviews back in the day. So, okay, right. Already, guys, I can tell that this is going to be a slog. The controls are absolutely woeful. Look how look how bad the camera is on this. So basically, you press up on the D-pad to run, or to walk in this case, and then you use left and right to rotate the camera. And this is going to be extremely stressful, I can imagine, because, well, it's a platformer, so I just don't feel like I'm in control of Bubsy at all here. Yeah, this is going to be bad. I could tell this is going to be really bad. I've been planning on featuring this game on the channel for a while now, and I've been putting it off because so many people have told me that I'll hate it. There you go, wall. Just in case you didn't know, that was a wall. Looking back at Bubsy in general, the Bubsy games, the issue I always had with it is, firstly, it's up against Mario and Sonic, which is always going to be difficult for any platforming mascot, if you like. But the fact that Bubsy was such a poorly written and unfunny character, he just talks absolute nonsense as you play, and he is whilst I'm playing this. You just want to strangle him. You don't feel anything towards the character. Whereas with Mario and Sonic, you know, you enjoy playing as those characters. You just don't with Bubsy. And the same applies to this. So that was weird. Circle pauses this game. I'm using the PlayStation 4 controller, guys, to play this. Music is a little jittery. It's probably the emulator I'm using, or my laptop doesn't like it for whatever reason. So that's why if it all sounds a little bit disjointed, it wouldn't have been that bad on the actual CD version if you were playing on the PlayStation. But yeah, this is absolutely woeful. Absolutely woeful. I didn't mind Bubsy, the first Bubsy on the Amiga, I think I played it. I didn't mind it. It was okay, you know. It's like, this is just, you can't even, I'm pressing buttons here, you can't do his, like, spin in the air attack thing, whatever it's called. I presume I jump on enemies' heads to kill them, or to stun them. But there doesn't seem to be many enemies. Oh, it's so stiff and cumbersome. This is horrible. Yeah, this is really horrible, guys. I literally don't have anything good to say about this, because the music's really annoying. The art style is horrible. I mean, they're trying to do a Mario 64 here. Mario 64 is an incredible game. A really enjoyable platformer. This isn't. This is probably out before Mario 64, thinking about it. I'm not sure on that, actually. Oh, into the water. But yeah, the Bubsy games aren't highly thought of at all by gamers, really. I don't think they are anyway. Not when you had, like I say, classics like all the Mario series, the Sonic games, the Zool games. Who remembers Zool? Zool was a good game. Bubsy just never really lived up to its promise, because the developers really went big with marketing, and I gotta stop jumping there. Cats don't like water, or bobcats don't. Yeah, the developers and the publishers back in the day went big with pushing the Bubsy brand, if you like, with advertising. There was advertising for it everywhere. They spent a lot of money on marketing it. It just never, ever lived up to the hype. It gets boring and tedious very quickly. The old Bubsy games do. And this, I'm already sick of it, and I haven't got past the first stage. This is awful. The level design is some of the... And I'm not being hyperbolic here, guys. The level design is some of the worst level design I've ever seen on a platformer. Okay, I'm only on stage 1. But even this early on, you can tell that this game is going to be, like I said at the beginning of the video, an absolute slog. This is terrible. So what does this thing do? Okay. Has that unlocked something? Oh my... He just walked into the water. He just kept running, though. It's like you press up on the D-pad and he takes way too many steps. I'm going to blame the game here, guys, for being rubbish at this. Honestly, it's very, very difficult to get around. It's tedious. So I've got to get across this piece of water. But you're just fighting with the controller and you're fighting with the camera constantly. The PS1 was a very capable machine for its time. This looks and plays really bad for a PS1 game. Okay. What is this thing for? I don't get it. Right, let's press some buttons here. So I've got the jump button. The jump button's mapped twice. It's on triangle and it's also on X. Circle does that weird pause thing, and square doesn't seem to do anything. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure this must have triggered something else in the map. Maybe this moving platform. Maybe that's what it did. I don't know. Judging the jumps. There we go. Judging the jumps in this because of the awful camera angles is also very tedious. This is a nasty game, guys. So I've played it for, I don't know, 5-6 minutes. Where does it compare to the other games I have featured in the Bad Video Games series? Let me think about that one. Let's try and get across this water first. Okay, there we go. Okay, is that the end of the stage? Oh my god, see the way he reverses there. So yeah, where does it compare? Let me play a little bit of the second stage as well, and I'll tell you where I think... Because as things stand, Mega Man DOS is still the worst game to feature in this Bad Video Games series I started a few months ago. With, I was going to say GTA a close second on Game Boy Color, but I think something else replaced that. But I can't remember which game. There's been so many bad games in this series. But I'll let you know, guys. I'm going to play a little bit more of it. I'm trying to be fair here. So here we go. Look, stage 2. But yeah, going back to Bubsy as a as the main character, or as a character in a platforming series, when it was up against, like I say, Mario, Sonic, had some heavy hitters, if you like, as rivals. It never materialized as a good game because people just don't like Bubsy. He's just a bit of an idiot. Okay. So let's try and kill these... Okay. Right, I was going to say, let's try and kill one of these annoying enemies. Okay, maybe not. Again, look at the level design. It's woeful, isn't it? It's absolutely woeful. I remember back in the day, reading the reviews and just like, I never saw anything positive about Bubsy 3D. There was a lot of hype for it before it came out, and people were just like, what is this trash? So yeah, okay, I've played a bit of stage 2. I've played a few seconds of the second stage. Where is it then, guys? This has sneaked into the number 2 slot. It's still not as bad as Mega Man DOS, but it's up there. This is Bubsy 3D, guys. Don't bother with it. Thank you so much for watching. Hit me up a like. Please subscribe. I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care.